Hi, I'm Alex Absalom, and I want to take a couple of minutes and talk with you about how to have a healthy rhythm and pattern of living. And there's a principle that we learned many years ago, which Hannah and I have tried to put into practice down the years, and it's this. We need to be people who learn how to work out of rest rather than rest from our work. Now then, you may think, well, what's that all about? So if we go back to creation and Genesis chapter 1 and 2, in Genesis 1 you have God creating the universe, and he creates the sky and the sea and the land, and then he goes back and we see the sun and the moon and the stars are put into place, and you have the contents of the sky and sea, so the birds and the fish, and then finally the contents of the land, which is plant life and animals that are created. And the pinnacle of that whole creation process is humanity. So you and me, that's where we come into the picture. And you have Adam and Eve there in Eden, and the very first thing they're told to do is have a day off. So they join with God in this day of rest. Now what's interesting is God rests from his work, but Adam and Eve, they only come along on day 6. So they've not done any work at this point. So Adam and Eve, instead, the system for them is they have to work out of a place of rest. And that's how humanity has been hardwired. Interestingly, in the Old Testament, you see the Jewish faith understood this. So Sabbath begins at sundown. So you have an evening of rest, a good sleep overnight, and then you enter into the Sabbath day. You work, and in fact, all their days operated like that. So you always start from this place of rest as you then go into the activity, whether it's worship or work or ministry or whatever it is, of the day that follows. We need to be ones who live like that. We need to be ones who get our energy from the Lord. We need to be the ones who prioritize getting refreshment and refueling spiritually, physically, mentally, emotionally, doing the things that recreate and renew us. And out of that place, then we will be launched out to serve God in work and at school and in our neighborhood and on mission and so on. And so practically what this looks like is obviously you rest in a 24-hour cycle. I would say rest in a weekly rhythm means you absolutely prioritize your day off. You must make that a ring-bound thing. It's not something you just do occasionally or it happens if you get room. No. That's a terrible way to operate. Plus, it's unbiblical. We need to operate out of having a Sabbath rest each week, which just renews and restores and recreates us. And then I would suggest that over a season of time, over a number of months, and of course over a year-long plan, you look ahead and you think, where would be the strategic places for myself, if you're married, if you're in a family, me and my household, to think where would be the smart places to have some time off? Where would be vacation time? Where would be some rest points in there? Do we need to have a retreat day? What are the things that are going to help you operate out of a place of rest? Because what we tend to do otherwise is we'll run, collapse in a heap, think, I better take a bit of time off, and we're exhausted all of that time off, and then we carry on with our lifestyle. That's not how you're meant to operate. And so this has been transformatory for us. And I want to encourage you to start to think like this as you begin to plan this next season for you. Then think, how can I be someone who works out of rest rather than someone who rests from their work? And I think you'll find this super helpful and give you way more energy and ability to serve Jesus. So if you enjoyed this, we'd love you to check out our other videos by Hannah and myself. Just hop along to dandelionresourcing.com, and we look forward to speaking to you soon.